Marley Silva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back at it again, you guys. Oh, the sun just came out. Oh, Christmas morning tea once again. Today is August 28th, 12:42 in the afternoon, and it's 22 degrees. So, last night I had yesterday and today off. So last night, once I finished up my day and my evening, I went home and I was so excited to just go home and sit down and edit. And oh, it was just so nice. I had 2 glasses of wine and just spent the entire night editing, and I put on like a show in the background when I was editing thumbnails and like other things. And it was just so relaxing and so peaceful. And it was just such a lovely evening. I was up until, I think I was editing till 10:30, and then I didn't actually like sleep until 12:30, which for me is like super late. But oh my god, this is the perfect temperature as well. Oh, but it worked out perfect. And then I was like, I just want to film. Like, I just want to sit down and film. I just filmed yesterday, but I was like, I want to film again. So I think today is like a good day to sit down and just share my stream of conscious with you guys, because I go back to work for the next 5 days. So I won't have time readily available to go sit in the backyard at 1 o'clock and film a video. And yes, I checked the microphone is on. So in this video, I don't know if I want to do like the points that I wrote down or if I just want to go like off the cuff. Maybe I'll pull it up in a bit. But today my stream of consciousness is happy and aware and present. And you know, it's so tricky because I used to share everything online. Like, I literally used to share every detail, everything online. And it was like a happy therapeutic thing for me. I just loved sharing my life online. And, you know, as life changes and ebbs and flows, it's so tricky because sharing and being honest can be used against you, or I don't even know. It's just so strange. Like, there's different types of people in the world. I'm like the type where like I love to share and express and just be happy, and there's people that love to be the opposite and be not so happy. So it's a fine line of like what I share nowadays, or what I want to share, or how I share, because there's a key moment where things kind of changed in my life, and I saw sharing and being open and being vulnerable as not a weakness, but I saw it open up the firing arms to be used against you. And it's not like I share crazy content or, you know, I'm posting like outlandish things. But it is difficult because for me, like a big part of like my passions and what drives me and what motivates me is sitting down and filming and sharing my life and being honest and sharing what I think and sharing my opinions and, you know, connecting with you guys in a way that is hyper personal. And I've always been like that, and I always will be like that. But as you get older and life changes and dynamics change and situations change, it can be really tricky to want to open up and share with the camera so openly, because, you know, with people in my life, like I am so candid, I'm so open, I'm so honest, I'm so communicative, and I love it. I have no issues with that. But I don't know. I just feel like with social media, sometimes things can get tricky, and it'll never change me or stop me or make me not want to share or be open. It's just a layered approach, and you know, who's to say what next year holds or the years after hold? You really never know. But you know, thinking before I speak is definitely at the forefront of my mind as of 28, which it has been for a while, but maybe not as prevalent, I guess. So that's how I feel about that. As for change, I'm in a season of my life where, like, I've lived alone since I was 21 years old, which I'm 28, so that's 8 years. 7 years, whatever. And it has been such a crazy journey to have lived my 20s, my young years really alone and by myself, and just seeing what it's like to do it all completely on your own. And I've learned so much. I don't think I'd be the same person if I didn't get kicked out at 21. I don't think I'd be the same person at all, because the person that I was when I got kicked out at 20 is a completely different person now. Like, the amount of like struggles and experiences and learning curves and self-development and self-improvement and self-awareness is on another level. And it's been such a gift and such a blessing to have that awakening. But at the same time, it can feel like a punishment, because when you see things for what they are and you don't sugarcoat things and you know exactly what a situation is for what it is, it can also be painful if you can't change it right away, or even if you can change it right away, it's still painful because you're so accustomedly aware of what is going on and how you're feeling, and you're so in tune with your emotions that you know how to fix it even if you can't. A big part of my late 20s, I would say like 27 and 28, has been patience. Learning to allow time to go by and allow time to happen and allow the universe to sort itself out. I think, maybe like the later or the earlier parts of my generation is very instant gratification. Our society is very instant gratification. On TikTok, it's so quick to get information so quickly, and then the rest just gets thrown out. And I love it. I love short form content. I love all of it so much. For me though, like, I thrive and I strive on long form content and like sitting and talking and being in front of a camera and communicating, and that's just always been my niche and like something that has resonated with me. And I think I could do short form content. I just don't know. Like, I'd probably always want more. I feel like I'd be happy with like a mixture of both, I guess. So, but I don't know. I don't come on here and sit here like I have all the answers and like my entire life is figured out and like I know exactly where I'm going and everything that's going to happen and I'm so planned and so budgeted. The reality is that I'm really just waking up one day at a time and praying and showing that I'm grateful, gratitude, putting one foot in front of another, going to work, putting the effort in, getting things done. Not necessarily because I want to, but because I know that I have to, and I know that it'll propel me to where I want to go and who I want to be. And karma's a very big part of life, and karma's a very big part of existence. And I think that, depending how you live your life and shape your life and how in tune you are with your self-awareness, the decisions you make towards others and even inherently are decisions that will manifest just like thoughts in your life. So, I'm very big on like you know, you can do all the right things, go to school, go to college, get the job, you know, you can go to high school, travel, then go back to school, go to school, drop out, you know, get a job. Like, there's so many different facets to life, and everybody gets there on their own timing. And I think at 28, it's so tricky because you're holding on to the last parts of in your 20s, but then you're also like, holy shit, I'm almost 30, and like, I don't even know what 30-year-olds do, and I don't even know what my life looks like at 30. It's just wild. And I think I had this vision of myself and of my life at 30 of being like owning a home, married, you know, everything was in line. And the truth is just so far from that, especially in this economy. And, you know, for me, I didn't have the help from family, friends, literally anyone. I couldn't trust anyone, and I still can't trust anyone, but I can trust myself. And, you know, sometimes I feel like, for me especially, like, I pressured myself so much to have the car, have the career, have the apartment, have everything look and be perfect and what it was supposed to look like. And wow, she's so independent, and, you know, she has all of it going on and she has all of it together. You know, that's so attractive. And yeah, it is attractive to a suitor, or just in general, to have all of those things. But I also think that it can be really what's the word? I want to say the word like trapped or limiting, or like a self-proclaiming prophecy, because it's like you're doing everything that you're supposed to do and you still just don't feel like you're attaining it. And like, you know, coming to the end of my 20s, I realized that if you have help, accept the help. If you need to take a break, take a break. And if you know you're worth it, then you're worth it. And that sounds so basic and so kind of like monotonous, like, oh, you're worth it. You're worth it. Maybe she's Maybelline. Bitch, maybe I am Maybelline. But the thing is, you know, especially like in Canada or the West, it's so toxic and it's unhealthy. Like, it's not like in Europe when, you know, you open for a few hours, take a lunch, go have a nap, have some balance, and then open again for the evening. Our culture is so, especially right now, as of 2024, it's so backwards and it's scary. And I can't wait for the day that I can open up with you guys and share my thoughts and opinions and beliefs and my candor without feeling like I need a filter. Because when I had openly communicated how I was feeling and what I was thinking before, I felt so free and I felt so clear. And in my late 20s, I feel like I have to filter things a lot more, because when you choose to share your thoughts and your life online, you know, I'll let you figure that out for yourself. Ooh, I like this one. Okay. Reflection. So I guess we kind of touched on reflection. Oh, my leg's asleep. Oh, it's been like 10 minutes. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think reflection's important. I've done a lot of the most craziest things a person can do in their lifetime in my late teens and early 20s. I got pretty much everything out of my system at a really, really young age, and the clouds are moving so beautifully. Every day I'm so lucky and grateful for it because it's propelled me and shaped me into someone that I could never be without going through immense pain and immense craziness and immense instability. And, you know, there are a lot of people that do the right things and then in their 30s or their 40s, you know, go off the rails because they don't know how to handle certain things that they've never done before, or experiences, or, you know, this, that, and the third. And when you've done it all at a really young age and you're going into your 30s like, I want peace, I want stability, I want people that love and care about me, you know, I want time. That's a place to be in. That's beautiful because you don't feel pressure to acclimate to your surroundings. You're acclimating to yourself. And, you know, I titled this video "To Be Named" because I don't even know what I'm calling it. It's really just a stream of consciousness of how I want to express myself and how I feel, and I don't even know. Coffees, plants, sky, ? What? Self-worth. That's a big one. So I constantly go back and forth with myself about a multitude of things, and I think as humans we derive our self-worth from external factors, external validation, comparison, family, expectations, stature. And I don't mean stature in the sense like feasibly, but stature in the sense of like where you're at compared to others. And, you know, financials play a really, really big part in that, of course. But every time that I try to run from how I'm feeling or what I'm thinking, or look for an escape, or try to dim my light, I realize that there's a spark and a light inside me that can't be dimmed, and that hasn't been dimmed from all of the strife and pain that I've gone through. It's only gotten brighter. And I've realized through trials and tribulations and the constant struggles of the day-to-day of others trying to pull you to a level that you're no longer at, that, you know, to get ahead you really have to play the game and shut your mouth and, you know, do all the right things. And I think for someone like me, shutting my mouth, doing the right thing all the time, and, you know, following the rules has never worked for me. It's never been something that worked for me. I would be successful doing quite the opposite. And that's not to say like, oh, I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a stealer. You know, I kick others when they're down to get ahead. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying like, I'm outspoken and I have a light inside of me for a reason. And being like a little sheep or conforming to other people's feelings is just not how I live my life, and it's not how I'm going to live my life. And it's not, I don't want to live my life that way ever, like literally ever. And looking back, I regret not saying more, sticking up for myself more. But at the same time, I'm also happy that I left things where they were and took the high road in certain situations. But, you know, I think that if you ask for help or if you look for support, it can be seen as weakness, especially in your later 20s, because you're supposed to have your life figured out and it's supposed to be perfect and you're supposed to know it all. And, you know, for me, I spent my 20s living. I spent my 20s living alone, having the job, having the car, having the friends, you know, going through the things I needed to go through relationship-wise and community-wise to become a well-rounded person. And if I had it all figured out, I don't even know if I would appreciate it if I hadn't gone through the things I had gone through and the things I continue to go through. I wake up every day with like an existential crisis of like, what does next week hold? What does next year hold? What am I going to do with this? How am I going to get through this? And, you know, obviously thinking that way on a tape loop repetitively is not good for your mental health, because it keeps you in a position where you're fixating on things that you can't control. I think for me, I've lived on the edge of not knowing for so long that it's put me in kind of like an empathy burnout. Like I'm just at a point where so much has been stripped that I'm almost like craving that safety and security blanket even more. And I know I'm kind of like talking in tongues and beating around the bush, but I have to be able to communicate in a way where I can get it out and not reveal it all. So, but oh my God, is it such a beautiful day. Hi, Gusto. I wonder if he's gonna come over here. What are you doing, bud? When I got here, it was cold and it was cloudy. And now the sun's out and the clouds are moving so fast. And it's quite warm. It's 23 degrees. Hi. Hi, baby. Come here. What do you see? Come here. Do you want to come say hi? Man, a few words. What's up, buddy? But yeah, I think that wraps up how I'm feeling for the moment. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video when I decide to pick my camera up again. I love you guys. Bye. Hi, honey. Come here. Come here, buddy. What's up, dude? What's up, dude? Oh, you stink, baby. Ooh. All right, you stink, honey. I know you stink.